Good evening, everybody from Cozy Corner. Well, then it was living from his heart and then fighting for my life. And I think we'll leave it at that name. I just felt like leaving a very candid message tonight. It feels like it's been a while where we just sit here and snuggle on my hot pink little love seat. And it's just a time of more of a relaxed message. And I just felt like I wanted to share what it's been like for us living here from my own experience. And as I've been sharing a lot, that turning off the news and turning off videos about the war and keeping worship and rest as my priorities. Both of them are very important. It's been a life breath for me. I was taking a little siesta on my rooftop today, and it's a chance to just get your breath back to normal. Like they say, if you want to know how you're doing, check your breath. How are you breathing? And that just makes so much sense. And I was thinking about someone recently who had sent me a teaching about what's going on now, prayer points, things like that. And I know that I'm not watching any of those kind of videos right now because I am taking care of myself. Whatever God wants me to know, I surely will know. But my priority, which is to worship the living God, remains my priority, as much as the adversary would try to pull us away and try to corrupt our minds through our ear gates and our eye gates and try to trample and invade our lives through fear and all different kinds of ways. But I'm living here in the land of Israel, the land of my forefathers, the promised land, promised from God to his people, living out my call. And as I said, when I came home to Israel, my life truly began to blossom at age 44. I was 45 just a month later. And wow, I never could have dreamed of the things that God has done in my life as I have partnered with him. Don't underestimate your partnership with God. Sometimes people poo-poo that. Someone will give you a compliment and you'll say, oh, it was all God. It wasn't all God. Absolutely not. Because if you didn't surrender and follow him, the living God, in this dance of life with him, nothing would have happened. So our part to follow and respond is absolutely key. Absolutely. Nothing short of it. So just backtracking a little bit. So I told this friend that I'm not watching any news or any videos right now. And my friend has been respectful of that. And I said, as an Israeli, I have been traumatized. And I must do what I must do to take care of myself. And the response was, my friend wished me a beautiful thing. May the love of God just fill me. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing to say to someone. But there needs to be more than that. There needs to be, in my opinion, an availability emotionally to come alongside and comfort the one who is grieving and mourning and in trauma. Because my friend, from what I heard, wasn't necessarily traumatized. And so blessing me the way my friend did is great. Absolutely. That's beautiful. But there needs to be an emotional availability, an acknowledgement of what I shared, and an availability emotionally to try to offer support and comfort. For me, okay, I can't imagine someone saying to me, I've been traumatized, and me not offering some supportive, comforting words in addition to what was said. Love is an action. My dad told me many years ago, I always remembered, talk is cheap. Talk is important, but if all there is talk and there's no action steps, it is cheap. and Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is. That's a really good one. Both of them are great. So love is a commitment. Love is an action step. It has hands and feet, absolutely. And I want to thank those who have loved on me and sent me many messages. How are you doing? How are you doing? Not a video, not this, not that. How are you doing? I had another situation. Someone that I haven't seen in years sent me a video with a word I will not say, because I won't drop that word in my home, in my sanctuary, God's sanctuary. And I said, nice to hear from you. First I said, who is this? And then I said, nice to hear from you. And I realized it was, because it didn't have a name attached. And I said, I'm not watching anything about the war at this time to take care of myself, self-care. And instead of this person accepting that and realizing that we've been in a war, we are traumatized here, they were pushing, well, it's really just about this, 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 and the other thing. And then I said, well, I still tried to be kind. And I said, well, no, and then they said, well, it's not about the war. It's about, this. And I said, I saw the picture. I saw the thumbnail on the video, and I saw the name on it. So that is not the truth. So my goodness, now this is not somebody I'm close to or anything. This is somebody I met years ago. And it's like, if you want to know how I'm doing, just send me a text or phone call. How are you doing? But if I haven't heard from you in years and you're just circulating this video and then I say, oh, nice to hear from you, I'm not watching, accept that. I'm not watching videos at this time. Because here's the thing. If you don't respect, there is no relationship. And then more videos came, other things about healing, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I just don't have the wherewithal. I don't even have a relationship with this person. So I want to say, give me a break. Give me a break. We've just been through such a difficult time. And so we need to take care of ourselves, whatever that looks like. And I'll say it again. If you are a blood-washed child of God, born of the Spirit of the living God, you have received Yeshua, God's salvation, into your heart, and you're going through the war at this time, turn the news off, turn the videos off of the war. God will tell you whatever he wants you to know. You're his child. He won't withhold what you need to know from him. So thank you to the world for praying for us. And I want to say this, there are self-hating Jews. People don't realize that they may be anti-Semitic. I mean, this can be passed down in the family line. Absolutely. Whether you're Jewish or not, but there are self-hating Jews, and I never knew that. I encountered that in this life. I've encountered that. I was shocked, but it's true. And I remember I was going to do ministry at a friend's place, and I always say, Lord, what do you want me to speak about? And while I was in the car just before I got out, he said, I want you to speak about anti-Semitism in the bloodline, in the family line. Just it has to be cut off, and we have to see if that is in our family line. Wow, that's a big wow. And he gave me the chutzpah, he gave me the courage to speak on that and to share on that. So evil has been poured out so greatly in this world, and the warfare for believers in this land, because I live here, so I can say, I'm not talking about the rest of the world because I live here, has so intensified. I'm seeing things in the spirit that I don't normally see, that I don't want to see. That just goes to show you that we need so much protection, and we are responsible to protect our eye gates and our ear gates, what we allow into our soul. Oh yeah, that's our responsibility. That expression, the devil made me do it, give me a break. The devil can't make you do anything. But if you're not a child of God, if you haven't yet received Yeshua, you don't even know. You have no sense of discernment. You don't even know when the enemy's lying to you. I've referred to this book, How Faith Works by Fred Price. He's gone to glory now, I believe, maybe over the past couple of years. But it's a wonderful book. And he talks about how the devil shoots fiery darts into our mind in the first person, not in the third person. It's like he comes in through the back door, and that's why sometimes you don't recognize that. So like just a simple example, if you hear the thought, I'm getting the flu, you think it's your own thought because you hear it in I'm getting, but it's actually from the pit. So if you don't resist the devil, you'll get the flu and many other things. So God told me my powerful part in this partnership with him, when the devil wants to bring physical, mental, spiritual, emotional barrage on me, I have to resist, and I have to not agree with the enemy. That's a powerful part, because he'll just have to leave. When you resist him, he'll just have to leave. You must resist him. That's a huge part that we play. And I love the scripture that says, submit to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. And that is absolutely the truth. Be vigilant. Close all doors to the adversary in your life. It reminds me of a biblical healing program called Restoring the Foundations RTF. If you imagine a square, each line of this square is a door that is open that we need to close. Spirit, soul hurts, demonic oppression, sins of the fathers and the resulting curses, and ungodly beliefs. If you address all four sides of this box or square, and you close the door to the enemy, you will receive so much healing. I mean, we play a part. The enemy needs an open door to come in and torment us, and we need to slam those doors. My late beloved Gilly Grant used to say, let God slam the doors so loud that you even hear that, and you hear the door slam in the spirit. Yeah, I want to blow the shofar. God bless you, and take care of your one-of-a-kind heart, mind, soul, and body in Yeshua's name. Love from Jerusalem.